Would you like to be a part of God's army? Well, today we're going to see if you make the cut. It is 40 days of testing, and today is day number 10. Let's go. Now, yesterday when we had Gideon, we saw that Gideon presented God with a test. He put a fleece out to God twice, but today God's going to be the one doing the testing. You see, Gideon has an army of 32,000 men, but Midianites, they have an army of 135,000 men. So we're going to pick up reading in Judges chapter 7, verse 2. The Lord said to Gideon, "The people who are with you are too many for me to give Midian into their hands. For Israel would become boastful, saying, 'My own power has delivered me.' Now therefore come, proclaim in the hearing of the people, saying, 'Whoever is afraid and trembling, let him return and depart from Mount Gilead.' So 22,000 people returned, but 10,000 remained." Well, so far, the first test is simply this. If you're afraid, you don't make the cut. You are eliminated and you're not able to be a part of God's army. God wants brave soldiers. He wants those who will stare death in the face and not tremble one bit. And so many times Jesus would have to rebuke his disciples because they were afraid. And so God is like, if you're afraid, get them out of the army. Get them out of the army. We're going to see who we have left. And out of an army of 32,000, Gideon only has 10,000 left. Now, I can't really blame those that left. I mean, think about it. 32,000 going up against 135,000. Sure, there was some fear that was in them. But let's take a look at these 10,000 and see what else God has in store for Gideon. All right, we pick up reading now at verse 4. Then the Lord said to Gideon, "The people are still too many. Bring them down to the water, and I will test them for you there. Therefore it shall be that he of whom I say to you, 'This one shall go with you,' he shall go with you. But every one of whom I say to you, 'This one shall not go with you,' he shall not go." So he brought the people down to the water. And the Lord said to Gideon, "You shall separate everyone who laps the water with his tongue as a dog laps, as well as everyone who kneels to drink." Now the number of those who lapped, putting their hand to their mouth, was 300 men. But all the rest of the people kneeled to drink water. The Lord said to Gideon, "I will deliver you with the 300 men who lapped, and will give the Midianites into your hands. So let all the other people go, each man to his home." And so the 300 men took the people's provisions and their trumpets into their hands, and Gideon sent all the other men of Israel, each to his tent, but retained the 300 men. And the camp of Midian was below him in the valley. Now this is getting interesting. 9,700 men. They are eliminated. Now, why are they eliminated? We're really not told the details. Now, a lot of scholars will say there was something very strategic about this. Those that laid on their belly and drank like a dog, they weren't prepared for instant attack from the enemy. While those who just kneeled to one knee and used their hand to scoop the waters, they were prepared at a moment's notice to go to war. And so maybe that's why God chose the 300. But I don't think so. We're really not told. We're left to just speculate. Why did God choose the 300? Why so many of them did one thing, but only a very few of them did something else? Was the 300, were they the youngest, the most athletic, the strongest, the smartest, the most strategic? Probably not. Maybe the reason they didn't get down on their belly was because they were too old and they felt like if they got down on their belly, they wouldn't get back up. We really don't know the reason, except for this. God chose that 300 because at the end of the day, God was the one who was to receive glory. And that's the thing that I want y'all to see today and the rest of these 40 days. If you are selected, if you make the cut to be a part of God's army, it's not for you to receive glory. It's for God to receive glory. These 40 days, they are not a test to see how devoted you are or how committed and how strong you are at sacrificing things in your life. No, these 40 days are to test how awesome and great God is at changing us and delivering us and saving us. You see, that's what it means to be a part of God's army. God receives all the glory and all the praise. Hey, I pray you guys have a blessed and amazing day.